This week we're going to preview USDA's monthly supply demand report that will be released on Friday, November 8th at 11 a.m. Central Time. We're also going to take a look at the history of price changes associated with that report. Then we're going to turn our attention to harvest progress and weather trends in the U.S. before shifting gears and looking at planting trends in the country of Brazil. We're going to turn our attention back to export trends here in the U.S. and wrap things up with a review of November soybean futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We moved in the month of November here, and it's already time for another USDA monthly supply demand report. Let's preview the trade estimates for that report that will be released on Friday, November 8th. We're looking here at three categories. We're looking at crop production, yield, and ending stocks. I would say focus on that average trade estimate, but also look at where Friday's number comes in relative to that range of estimates. But here's what I'd share. The most important aspect of this report Friday is highlighted here, and that is the ending stocks number. Will ending stocks change from that 550 number that was released in October? Will they be higher or lower? Let's now take a look at soybean price volatility here. Notice there's been quite a bit of volatility in January beans over the last 10 years. Some years 10 to 20 cents lower, more recently as much as 25 to 35 cents higher, and last year 22 cents lower. Here's the key message. Given this volatility potential, we strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to have your risk management positions in place prior to the release of the report on Friday, November 8th. Let's shift gears now and focus on harvest progress in the U.S. Let's take a look at our nationwide map. We're looking here at soybean harvest really winding down quickly, 94% compared to 85% on the 5-year average. All the primary states are well above their 5-year averages. Now let's take a look at the recent history. You can see how quick this 2024 harvest has been. Soybeans harvested are 9% above the 5-year average and the fastest pace in recent memory. Now the remainder of the harvest, of course, will be closely tied to the weather. Let's take a look at the short-term trends. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-storm weather. We're looking at this week, the next 7 days. You can see there's a lot of color on that map there. So any beans that haven't been harvested yet, it may be a stop and go here short term. Let's take a look at our final weather slide here, looking at the next 14 days. Again, all that area in green is above to much above normal precip over the next 2 weeks. Let's now shift our attention to South America, where they're planting beans in Brazil. Let's take a look at where those beans are produced in Brazil. Now we're looking here at the key state of Mato Grosso there, highlighted in the north, accounts for over 25%, 26% of nationwide production. But there are a number of key states there to keep an eye on as the planting season and growing season proceeds. Let's now take a look at our weekly soybean planting progress map. Again, looking at a very quick pace here over the last couple weeks. We'll highlight that more in a second. But nationwide, about 53%. Last year at this time, about 48%. As I mentioned a moment ago, Mato Grosso is the largest producing state of beans there in Brazil. Look at that red line. It's almost a straight line up the last 2 or 3 weeks, where Mato Grosso, with more rainfall, has been very aggressive planting their bean crop. Let's now shift briefly back to demand trends, looking at the unshipped export sales of U.S. beans. Now, the unshipped sales of beans here are above last year, but well below those levels of the previous 3 years. Here's what we want to highlight. This year's sales pace has picked up recently. In fact, the 4-year average of 68 million bushels per week is 12 million bushels above the 5-year average. So there has been more interest in U.S. beans of late. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in November soybean futures. The November beans, as we tape here on Tuesday, trading near $9.95 a bushel. But here's the critical message. Notice now we move beyond the crop insurance period. Crop insurance was set during the month of October. Now, it's very critical for you to get control of those 2024 soybean bushels moving forward. And you can do that by working in close consultation with your ATI risk management consultant. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an upload. And make sure to join our ATI Pro Media team shortly before 11 a.m. Central Time on Friday, November 8th for a live update regarding the USDA report. And then we'll follow that up at 1:30 p.m. Central Time with a detailed market analysis. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.